we now assist you to continue your journey through the fourth dimension. Remember to hold the intention of creating a clear portal that unites the third and fourth dimensions with the fifth dimension. You, the members of humanity, are particularly suited for this assignment as humanity represents the link between the Mother Earth and Father Spirit. Of all the inhabitants of Earth, humanity has primary responsibility for the darkness that is stored within the fourth dimensional astral plane. Therefore, it is the duty of humanity to clear this darkness/fear. However, even though the humans who live in fear, anger, and the need for power over others are primarily the ones who taint Gaia's aura, it is you, the awakened ones, who will clear portals through the astral, fourth dimension and into the fifth dimension of unconditional love and multidimensional light. However, those who do not take responsibility for their actions will not enjoy the return of the energy fields that they have sent out into your world. Because these humans are not evolved enough to connect with their multidimensional self, they are not aware of, or live by, Gaia's law of cause and effect. Hence, they feel like victims because someone is angry with them, someone wants power over them, which makes them feel afraid. Because they are lost in their own darkness, they are unable to perceive the circle of creativity that they have created. Hence, just as they have victimized others, they have also victimized themselves. This dynamic becomes most apparent in the 4D causal plane in which energy out equals energy back. Those who still live in darkness have also forgotten that Gaia is a free will planet. Therefore, any manner in which these dark ones have diminished the free will of others will soon return to them. Why has their actions not returned to them yet? We hear you asking. Our response is that there is a greater plane in operation. We ask that you, the members of our light beings, trust that as your loving deeds return to you, their darker deeds will return to them. In that now, you will be given your final initiation of unconditionally loving and forgiving those who have lived in darkness. Hence, we ask that you practice this assignment by unconditionally forgiving yourself. As you know, you cannot give away what you do not have. Therefore, if you cannot unconditionally love and forgive yourself, you will not be able to unconditionally love and forgive the ones still lost in darkness. But that is not fair, we hear you complain. Therefore, we must remind you that fear is not a component of ascension. Ascension is the ability to unconditionally love, forgive, and accept all life. Your challenge is so much more difficult than theirs, but the return of your efforts will be more than worth your third-dimensional illusion of fairness. We say illusion of fairness, because fairness is not even a concept of the fifth dimension. You all know that you create your reality with your every thought and emotions. If there is anyone who is having difficulty with that challenge, you will judge them. Instead, you will assist them. On the other hand, we understand third-dimensional reactions, but to travel through the interdimensional portal that you are creating, you must release your attachment to your third-dimensional reactions. Yes, we are aware that we have not yet told you that you are actually creating your own ascension portal. We have saved that information for this now in which your portal is almost completed. You see, as you move through each subplane of the fourth dimensional astral plane, the aura of Gaia, as well as your own personal aura, you have greatly expanded your consciousness. Old concepts such as, "Can I control Earth's third-dimensional reality?" are released from your awareness. All concepts of third-fourth dimensional control are now replaced by fourth-fifth dimensional concepts of create. You, our beloved volunteers to Gaia, have volunteered for the challenge of, can we create enough fifth-dimensional unity consciousness to transmute Gaia back to her true fifth-dimensional self? Please note the word we instead of I. You, our beloved ones, are transmuting your sense of self from I and mine to we and ours. Gaia's was once a fifth-dimensional planet, just as you were once a fifth-dimensional person. Of course, since the fifth dimension has no time or space, fifth-dimensional Gaia, as well as all your fifth-dimensional human expressions, patiently awaits your return. Remember that the third dimension is a holographic projection. It is such an effective hologram that most people believe that it is real. Of course, to all of you it is real because your third-dimensional form is also a holographic projection. The true, fifth-dimensional representation of planet Earth and all her inhabitants is projected through the fourth-dimensional light rays. This astral light ray is cast onto the third-dimensional screen to create the holographic reality of third-dimensional Earth. Ridiculous, you may say. This theory is a concept that is interesting to ponder, but my hand hurts if I hit the wall, I feel love when my baby smiles, and I feel fear when a car almost hits me. Dear ones, we know that the third dimension appears real because you can feel it. However, as you expand your consciousness into the fourth and fifth dimensions, you will feel them as well. However, humanity has been trained to make their hierarchy upside down. Humanity has been trained that the third dimension is the most important, and then there is the fourth dimensional dreams and creativity. Then, finally, the fifth dimension seems so far away and unachievable that it is barely on the list. Dear Ascending Ones, we bring up the above issue, as you will be called upon to answer these questions. Also, when third-dimensional ones become frightened, they often become angry. Anger is a way of pushing away something that is too frightening to address. Dear Ascending Ones, your task of assisting and guiding others will not be simple. Thus, you will need to be fully connected to your fifth-dimensional expression of self. In terms of who you really are, the most important you in this is the you on which you place your attention. Therefore, instead of owning yourself as the 3D physical self who is wearing an earth vessel, we ask that you own yourself as your fifth-dimensional light body self, which you are also wearing. Then, instead of looking up in frequency to your better self far away in a higher reality, you will look down in frequency to your brave human self who is constantly listening to your perspective on reality. Now that we have looked at your perspective on life from your third and fifth dimensional self, let us look at your perspective of reality through your lowest through highest frequencies of your fourth dimensional astral self. We guide you on this exercise because your causal body is the you who is in between your masculine/outflow self in the spiritual subplane and the feminine/inflow self who is grounded in the fourth dimensional aura of Mother Earth, Gaia. Your fourth dimensional lower astral plane self resides at the bottom of the pond, which is on the top of Gaia's planetary reality. Much as a chimney gathers the soot from the smoke that travels through it from the fireplace to the sky, the dark remnants from the fear collect in the lower astral plane. As Ascending Ones, you have volunteered to be chimney sweeps. Fortunately, you do not have to climb through a dark and dirty chimney, because as you clear your own lower astral plane, you also clear Gaia's lower astral plane. In the fourth dimensional emotional plane, you are learning to be masters of your emotions. As you master your emotional body, you will remember how to love, forgive, and accept yourself unconditionally. With this great gift to yourself, you remember how to transmute all your emotions into creativity and communication. In your fourth dimensional mental plane, you learn that an open mind is the best antidote to fear. As you gain a degree of mastery of your mind, you will send out thoughts that are positive, creative, unique, and multidimensional. Then your positive, empowering thoughts will unite with your loving, forgiving, and accepting emotions to create a powerful thought forms which will create the foundation for the new life that you will create. Then, as you enter the fourth dimensional causal plane, each of your positive, empowered thoughts unite with your loving, creative emotions to create a positive, empowered reality. You will then remember that all causes have an effect and all effects create a new cause. Within this new reality, you can halt the turn of the third-dimensional wheel of third-dimensional cause and effect, in order to prepare to leave time and enter the now in which cause and effect are one in the circle of creation. As this circle of creation is completed, you can enter the core of the circle that was created by the circular flow of cause and effect. To graduate from third-dimensional reality, you must complete this circle of cause and effect so that you can create the corridor through which you will enter the core. Within the core, all is still and peaceful. Within the core, are infinite possibilities. Within the core of the circle of creation is that which is infinite, as well as that which is not yet manifest. Within the core, you are the feminine charge of form. Within the core, you are infinitely encircled by the positive charge of spirit. Within the core, you are spirit surrounding and flowing into matter and the infinite dance of creation. What will you create?